All right. No, that's not going to work. All right, so we're here. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the tracks, and I'm going to talk about level one. It's on our website. Please check it out, CrossFit Costa Mesa. A lot of time we don't even understand that it's out there, but this gives us a good understanding of what we should be acquiring before moving on to the next phase. The number one thing is that you're a fitness, healthy beginner, fundamental awareness, basic knowledge. So what you're trying to do is have common knowledge and an understanding of all basic techniques. Doesn't mean that you can perform the task. It just means that you understand them. So you know the difference between a power clean and a squat clean. You understand when we're in weightlifting and I say clean, I still mean squat clean. And then when we're in Metcon, I may or may not be meaning ground to shoulder overhead. So you can ask those type of questions and understanding kind of the communication of it, but not maybe being able to perform it. Same thing with your main focus is on learning. So your whole purpose, your first 6 months to a year in here is just to learn, not necessarily get in shape. So you got to be able to focus and start to get in shape. This level is the minimum standard for health and fitness. Okay, lacking this basic level of strength and flexibility and work capacity makes daily life unnecessarily limited. So it will limit you if you can't acquire most of these skills, which is true. To complete level one, you should be attending somewhere between 12 to 15 times a month, and you should have been here for 1 year or maybe a year and a half. All right? You should understand that if you do not achieve them, you may be stuck at level one for some time. At this level, proper basic movements such as hip flexion and active shoulder use are developed, while healed injuries and structural problems are resolved. So if you just skip by level one because you're too eager or too proud or have too much ego to allow yourself to stay in there too long, you might be constantly injured inside this program. You might not make it very long. So you have to be willing to stay inside this track for about a year. Imagine that when I do personal training, an individual comes to me and they must stay in phase one and they must show me that they can actually do our warm-up or a basic warm-up, phase one warm-up, inside of 20 minutes, which is about the beginning of it. It's about 25, 30 minutes of work. Once you can memorize that warm-up and you can perform it properly and move gracefully through it, then I graduate you to phase two. And that's how my personal training works. So you're lucky inside of a group environment where you got to make those self decisions. But I would actually communicate to the coach before you move on to the next track.